to rise. England's maddest wrestling show.
We run this fucking town.
There he goes, on to the semi-finals.
Night 2 of the Rise Ascent tournament here in Leeds, and there he goes. There goes the bookies' favourite to win the whole thing.
Introducing at this time, the master of the Mystic Fist, SAXON, HUXLEY.
Tom Campbell with you at the Temple of Boom, and could the Mystic Fists be around the Rise Championship once again? If Saxon HUXLEY can win this, he will be one match closer to getting that championship opportunity.
And now for your next combatant.
Will you go to win an opportunity at a World Championship? And Serico went through Seb Strife, the other half of the Lion Kings, to get to this point in the tournament. And if he's willing to beat his own tag team partner, what is he willing to do against Saxon HUXLEY? Quarter-final action here at the Temple of Boom.
You got up
Rise faithful, firmly behind Enserico, and there you see Saxon HUXLEY just pacing. The mind of Saxon HUXLEY is a Pandora's box I don't think we want to open. Does anyone want to open that book he carries? Dread to think some of the macabre imagery that exists in there. Enserico, you don't need me to say it because it should be show not tell, but Enserico in the best shape of his career right now. An absolute force here in Rise. Seb Strife, his tag team partner, unfortunately went down with an injury just a short while ago. And then Enserico said, look, while you're getting better, I'm going to enter the singles division. I'm going to try my arm once again as a singles competitor. And he has been incredibly successful. Just down the road in York, he became the True Grit champion. He is looking to add a second belt to that war chest of his. Nice cradle by Enserico. Such a unique style that Enserico brings to Rise. It's a real hybrid of sort of hard-hitting, fast-paced. It's a bit World of Sport. Saxon HUXLEY seems immediately on the back foot with it all. Not quite sure what to make of Enserico in the early going. These two, I don't believe, have ever met one-on-one in Rise. They have encountered each other down the road at many promotions in the UK. But for Rise, this is a first, a one-on-one meeting between Saxon HUXLEY and Enserico.
There he goes.
Headlock now, Enserico meeting who has known Saxon HUXLEY for a long, long time, as we all have. But over the last 12 months, we've been seeing a very different Saxon HUXLEY. Now part of the NXT UK family. I'm sure Saxon HUXLEY has grand designs of laying that Rise World Championship on the desk of Vince McMahon or Triple H at some point. Big kick by Enserico. Outmaneuvering Saxon HUXLEY. See that incredible, unique offense by Enserico that has kept Saxon HUXLEY on the back foot. And the Rise faithful coming alive. But Enserico looking for a double underhook now. Trying to lift Saxon HUXLEY. Big headbutt by Enserico. Now wearing down, slowly wearing down HUXLEY. Whip across the ropes they go, and HUXLEY buries that knee deep, deep into the guts of Enserico. Last time Enserico was here at the Temple of Boom, he took on CJ Banks. It was an electric competition that really solidified Enserico, if there was ever any doubt that he could go in singles competition here at Rise. It's one thing to knock off CJ Banks, it's another to knock off this tower of a man, the muscle cat Jesus, that is Saxon HUXLEY. HUXLEY now looking for a pump handle into a stomach breaker, into a gut buster I should say. Either way, it's breaking your stomach and busting your gut. And HUXLEY, who really busted a gut in the first round of this tournament. An unexpected joy to watch Boy 2 take the fight to HUXLEY. But it was not the night of Boy 2. It belonged to HUXLEY. Boy 2, though, no doubt, currently psyching up his tag team partner, Boy number 1, in quarterfinal action later tonight. HUXLEY now hooks up with a Dragon Sleeper, reverse DDT. Down goes, no, 2. Barely a 2 at that. Saxon Huxley, his game plan, as most of these guys' game plan is tonight, is to get the job done quick. You're going to see a lot of pinfalls early on in each of these matches because it's a tournament. You know, you've got to get, once you're done here, you've got to go back, you've got to recalibrate, you've got to go again. The shorter this match goes, the better it benefits whoever goes through to the semi-finals. And right now, with that bear hug locked in deep on Enserico, it's looking like the Muscle Cat is muscling his way to the semis. Rise Faithful firmly behind the Ugandan warrior Enserico. With the power behind those big slaps to the head of Saxon Huxley. Enserico looking to charge up and pick up Huxley. Huxley puts the stopper on, puts that brake on. Back and forth these two go, jockeying for this suplex. Whoever hits this suplex, it could be a game changer. And it's Huxley with the release. Sweet release, could it be for Enserico? It's 2.5. And there you see the frustration of the Muscle Cat. Huxley wanted this done nice and quick. He wanted to get Enserico out of the way. He wanted to focus on the semi-finals. He's already mentally booked himself there, which may be a mistake because he's got to get past Enserico. Enserico on the comeback trail now. Can Enserico rise like the lion in the jungle? Is Enserico about to roar? Big headbutts by Enserico. Big Ugandan headbutts wiping out Saxon Huxley. And there he goes. Oh, Enserico blessing the reins. 2.5 only. And you can see the shock on the face of Enserico, who muscled up the Muscle Cat, but it wasn't quite enough. You see the cogs going in the head of Enserico, trying to plan his next move. Could he be looking for a Death Valley driver maybe? No, Huxley spins it round once again, driving that knee into the guts of Enserico, hoists him up. All the way back down he goes, and there he goes into the semi-finals. He leaves as he enters, the mysterious, mystic-fisted Muscle Cat. Just 2 matches to go and Saxon Huxley can call himself not just the king of the Mystic Fists, but the king of Rise.
Saxon Huxley progresses to the next round, but let's hear it for Enserico! Make some noise for this magnificent introducing at this time, SOLAS!
The Ascent tournament continues, and there you are looking at one of the breakout stars of 2019 here at Rise. What a way to wrap up an incredible year than by winning all of this. Can the twisted transistor change the frequency of the Ascent tournament?
Oh, fuck,
Rise Faithful giving some stick, some fish stick to Cameron Solas. The Battle of the Mersey is taking place in Leeds. It is Sean Only, the Scouse psychopath. An absolute beast in that ring here at Rise. And he is in there with a fellow Northwest contingent, a fellow Scouse in Cameron Solas.
And we shall proceed to this singles match.
Oh, this very much feels like Liverpool's present takes on Liverpool's future. On the other side of the Pennines, we've got our friends at TNT in Liverpool. This is certainly a dream match for Liverpudlian wrestling fans. And beyond that, it's a dream match for fans of smash and grab pro wrestling. Solas and Sean Only. This is the great thing about the Ascent tournament. It throws up some real dream matches that you never thought you would want to see. You never thought about seeing. These two feeling each other out in the early stages, and Sean Only has certainly got the veteran advantage over a Cameron Solas. But there is stuff that Cameron can do in that ring that Sean Only can only Google when he gets home. But this is where Sean Only's at his most dangerous. These MMA style kicks and strikes.
I don't want another one. What is up with these kicks? Why can't we just wrestle? It's kind of my thing. Listen, fuck the kicks up. And let's just wrestle. Hey, should we just wrestle?
And Solas calling for a bit like that football match they had across the lines at World War II. He's just calling for a wrestling match, and of course, Cameron Solas being Cameron Solas. Big boot to the gut when Only wasn't expecting it. Only very quickly turns the tide off the ropes. He goes. Big roll through, and Solas looks rattled by Sean Only. Very rightly so. Arm drags aplenty. And there it is, that big kick. Solas saw it coming. Solas has really got Sean Only scouted. Cameron Solas, who as he was getting into the business, as he was cutting his teeth in wrestling in the Northwest, he was watching guys like Sean Only, who were honing their craft, who were getting better every time. Solas and Only taking it amongst the Rise faithful here at the Temple of Boom.
Don't you back in. Guys, back inside. Come on. 3.
Come on, Sean.
Back up now, let me in the ring, come on.
Solus only has a few years difference between him and Sean Only, but Only may have taken a couple of years off and take a couple of inches down too with those kicks. Oh, these devastating strikes by the Scouse psychopath. Not what you want to feel on a Saturday night in Leeds, let alone a Saturday night in Liverpool. Sean Only now just pacing the ring, taking this match at his own speed. Solus trying to get away and Sean Only not letting him. Oh, Solus inviting old man Sean to take a seat. Chops across the chest. This could be a career-defining performance for Cameron Solus. Imagine going back to Liverpool, getting off at Lime Street as the guy who took Sean Only out of the ASCENT tournament. Out of the ring goes Solus. Knew he was in a bad part of town, wanted to get out dead quick, and here comes Sean Only once again. Oh, Cameron Solus has found himself at the mercy of Sean Only for most of this fight. We're now seeing maybe a comeback from Solus. Oh, driving the head of Sean Only. Cameron Solus doing the driving there. And oh, there. Sean Only, who bleeds red, now is literally bleeding red. His head bounced off that post. And Solus now ascending in this ASCENT tournament. Gonna come off the top. Shades of his first round match. His first round match with El Gringo. But this is a very different animal to El Gringo. This is a Scouse psychopath called Sean Only, who is bouncing Solus off every corner of the Temple of Boom. Oh, and look at this Solus. Cameron Solus took to the air, and that is how he got back in control. If Cameron Solus can keep his offense above the ground, he can take out Sean Only. Oh, this is what the Rise ASCENT tournament means to guys like Sean Only, who has clawed his way back into Rise for an opportunity at becoming #1. This is what it means for a guy like Cameron Solus, who has had an absolute breakthrough year. Ace Crusher just may have crushed the dreams of Solus. Picture perfect. Some call it an RKO. No matter what you call it, if you hit it right, it's going to crush your ace. Talking of crushing. Nearly hit that last caress. But then Cameron Solus with that tumbling splash off the kick. 2.5. Just 2.5. Oh, this has been a war. Two guys from the same part of the country, far away from home. Oh, that twisting senton. He went for it all and he missed. And now Sean Only. One last caress for Cameron Solus. Well, when they get back to the Northwest, they are going to be talking about Sean Only in this ASCENT tournament But Sean Only has to tip the cap to Cameron SOLAS, who took the fight to Only tonight. And there it is, the last caress that won the match for the Scouse psychopath, who has punched his ticket to the semi-finals of the ASCENT tournament. Oh, a show of great respect. Sean Only knows that the future of wrestling in Liverpool is in great hands with Cameron SOLAS. But now it is on to the semi-finals for Sean Only. And the pork has landed! Quarter-final action in the ASCENT tournament. And Don Black, who defeated his mixed grill tag team partner Gene Money to get to this point in the 4th annual ASCENT tournament, in a similar story to Encerico, who beat Seb Strife from the Lion Kings. If Don Black is willing to put away his tag partner, what's he willing to do to win the whole thing? We've seen Don Black do some pretty willing things as well.
You will be, if not.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom the Pork from York! And now for his opponents. Introducing at this time, representing Boris to Men,
And the Boy Wonder is back in the Temple of Boom. Oh, what a huge night last night was for Boy One. His first ever ASCENT tournament, and he qualifies for the quarterfinals. And not just qualifies, he did it by beating a former ASCENT tournament winner, a former Rise Rumble winner, a former Rise champion in Pastor Believer.
Excited for this one.
What a huge mountain Boy One climbed here. A very different mountain that Don Black is packing for this one. The question is, does pork complement itself with dark fruit? We may be about to find out. Don Black reaching down. Big box of tricks. I'd be reluctant to touch that now, but big dirty test of strength by Don Black, the pork from York. Oh, the crowd here seem very divided. Two of the most popular performers here in Rise. Neither man have ever had that opportunity to become the Rise World Champion in singles competition at least. Both men, former entrants of the Rise Rumble, but that's a very different kettle of fish. That's a very different can of worms. That's a very different something to something. Roll through by Don Black. One of these men could very well go on to the finals and could very well get themselves a singles opportunity at the Rise World's Champion. Flip round by Boy One. Headlock. Tied in on Don Black. Very evenly matched competition between one half of Mixed Grill and one half of Boys to Men. No doubt Gene Money and Boy 2 are going to be watching this one somewhere. Don Black in the Dom position, for lack of a better term, over the sub Boy One. And look at this. Boy One about to change that. Handsprings out of the headlock. Don Black impressed as Boy One swipes right.
This hasn't been on my pants, this one. You can trust the man in the boat, okay? Yeah. Yes.
Handshake and round they go again. Sunset flip over the top. Just a two. Just a two. Just a two. Just a two. Just the two. Just the two. Just the two. Oh, just the tip. Just the two. Whoa. Neither man wants to expend any of that expelling energy. They want to get this match done quick. Look at this Boy One. Skinning the cat. Giving some skin to Don Black. Boy One off the ropes and eats a huge backbreaker by Don Black. Very rare. Don Black finds himself in a position in the wrestling ring where he is very much the powerhouse. Don Black is a fan of normally being the sub. In this, he is quite literally the Dom. I'm only basing that on something I saw scrawled in a toilet wall in Leeds somewhere. Oh, Boy One getting his head bounced off the buckles by Don Black. Black having his wicked way with Boy One. Semi-final place, waiting for one of these men. Oh, Black keeping him up there, letting him think about it, letting all that dark fruit rush to his head. And it's 2.5 only. If Black had hooked the leg, could have had a different outcome. And look at this now, Don Black with that huge surfboard stretch, just breaking the shoulders of Boy One. Driving that knee into the back, just that upper back of Boy One. It's going to send pain shooting all the way up his head, all the way down his side. If Boy One can push his way through. Boy One looking for the twist. Look at his stick and twist. Round he goes and up. Quicker than the proverbial hiccup is Boy One. Like a cat on his feet. Bulldog. Nothing like a cat, but just as effective. Don Black getting his face driven into that mat. And now the Rise faithful firmly behind Boy One. Looks like that split is going in the favour of Boy One. We may have broken the face of Don Black. That's 7 years bad luck if that's the case. Big right hand by Boy One. Boy One is swinging. Don Black stopping. Don Black's kissing. Don Black, there are strict rules about kissing, boys. Enziguri. Oh, Boy One wants to kiss Don Black goodbye. And that right hand might have done it. kiss, bang, bang. Boy one on the assault now. Big bulldog off the top. Shades of Scott Steiner. Or Rick Steiner, rather. The dog-faced gremlin living through the dark fruit gremlin that is Boy One. Oh, Don Black saw Boy One looking to springboard off the ropes, grabs the leg, stops the rot. And Black now hooks him up onto the top, looking for an electric chair drop. We've seen Black do this to great effect in the past, but look. Oh, he's tickling him to counter. Are you kidding me? Wait, roll through. Pretty sure that's how Frank Gotch won his first world title, by tickling the guy. One across the ring, wipes out Don Black. Great presence of mind just then, though, by Don Black to stop Boy One from grabbing that ceiling. Oh, that knee driven into the back of Boy One. And now Don Black may be about to gift wrap a ticket to the semi-finals of the Ascent tournament. T-Bone. T-Bone pork is what's for dinner. Amazing overhead suplex by Don Black, and the pork from York wants to take the title in Leeds. That gift wrap stunner coming up. Boy One, jawbreaker, old school style. Into the ropes, he lands on his feet again. Oh, and he eats a big kick to the gut by Don Black. Another pork from York. That stunner. And that's gonna do. No. Don Black. His face says it all. Don Black knows that wasn't the money shot he needed. You may need to work him over some more. Oh, Black now looks enraged that Boy One wasn't finished.
Oh, come on, boy. Slide down to the thing, man, come on.
Oh, Boy One now is struggling to get back to his feet, and Don Black just taunting him. Looking for one more. If he hits one more of these gift wrap stunners, that could just about do it for Boy One's night. Ducks through and misses it. Boy One's picked up Don Black. Running Death Valley driver. And Don Black wisely gets out of dodge. Oh, Don Black knew. He knew he was in a bad way. It's about to get worse. Plancher takes out Don Black. Boy One quick to rally, getting Don Black back in the ring. And it's this top rope, that splash that finished off Bill Ever. Boy One wore out, can barely get to the top. Up he goes. Sizing up Don Black, and Black was back to his feet. That may have deafened Don Black. And that may have finished off Don Black. Crossbody. Oh wait, Don rolls through. Oh my God, the power of the pork from York. About to make mince out of Boy One. DDT. The Rise faithful coming alive for the Boy Wonder. Back up top for that big money splash. Nailed it. Boy One is in the semis. classy performance by both men in the quarter-final round of the ASCENT tournament. Oh, boy one on a roll here. So let's put this into some kind of perspective. Boy one is in the semi-finals of the ASCENT tournament. And he's joining some heavy hitters in that semi-final. We know that Sean Only is there.
You better fucking win, mate. That was great.
Oh, Don Black showing the love. Showing the love for boy one.
What a showing of sportsmanship. Make some noise for these two magnificent warriors.
Tonight, dark fruit and pork complemented each other beautifully. But it's the story of boy one in the ASCENT tournament that continues.
I've seen Boris backstage and I've got a bit vexed now because Boris is going to pass to the semi-final because last night he beat Miles and his dad because I wasn't able to compete. You know how bad my knee's been, what I've been like since that concussion. I mean, I was in no fit state. The doctors said under no circumstances could I compete, but you know what? He got Miles' dad pissed as well last night, so Miles' dad's got a hangover, that's why he's not here today. And I mean, Miles' dad has said, look, I don't need to listen to those doctor's orders anymore, because how old is the second? I'm starting to feel better a bit. I'm starting to feel a bit limbered up. So I'm thinking I've got a restraining order out against Boris, but I don't think he deserves to go straight to the semi-final. He was supposed to face me yesterday, so I'm thinking, why don't we do it right now? Me versus Boris. I haven't even got my wrestling gear on, but I'm here. So why don't we bring Mr. Boris KOSLOV out right now, Santiago, and we'll get this match underway. Look, Boris, I'm ready to go. I'm not in fighting mode. So if you want to have a fair fight with me right now, I think we need even odds. I'm on one leg, I've got a bad leg. So I've only got my right leg. Why don't you tie one of your hands behind your back if you want to be a man and fight me? And then we'll go one-on-one. you're worthy of going to that semi-final.
I do this, and we fight right now? Yeah?
So there's the rules by O'Doherty. O'Doherty's got a bad leg. Boris wants to get his hands on Danny. To do it, he's got to have an arm strapped around his back.
Yeah, let's do this. Quarter-final, you win.
Looks like we're doing it.
Now tie his arm behind his back. Me and you. Look, I'm not even dressed to compete. I'm like Baron Corbin, the gear I've got on here.
Oh, Boris Kozlov. There's Ragnar, the head of security. The muscle of Danny O'Doherty, who has stayed by Danny's side throughout. Well, this is an official quarter-final match in the Rise Ascent tournament. Boris Kozlov has to defeat O'Doherty.
Who wants to see me hit Boris with his belt right now?
In order to get to the next round, but to do it, it's under these very peculiar circumstances.
I'm not starting till he's got his arm tied behind his back. John, you tied the knot. If you tied the knot, John.
Okay, so here we go. Danny on one leg, Boris with one arm.
I'll lay the belt down now if this is what we're going to do.
Bring the bell. Bring the bell.
And here we go. Oh, look at this. What a shock that Ragnar would attack from behind like that. Where's Danny going? Danny O'Doherty's getting out of the ring. Oh, my God. Oh, O'Doherty has played Boris like a fiddle. And now Koslov has an arm tied behind his back with this beast, this head of security, Ragnar. Oh, this is a bad place for anyone to be. With 2 arms, 2 legs, to be in the ring with Ragnar. Danny O'Doherty's chosen head of security. Wait, look at this! Boris! Boris rolls up Ragnar! And somehow swinging for the fences with those right hands! Drop toe hold! Boris is doing it! Somehow Boris is doing it! Tying up Ragnar! Oh, that octopus lock on the floor! Ragnar tied 7 ways to Sunday! Oh, Boris, you might want to turn around. Here comes Ragnar! Ragnar just showing no mercy. Just wiping out Boris Koslov. Big face wash in the corner. We have seen Ragnar here at Rise absolutely take the fight. I was ringside at the Brudenell when I saw Ragnar just throw Moose McLovin onto the cold floor. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. We haven't seen Moose McLovin since. Ragnar just wiping out Boris Koslov with one arm tied behind his back. Oh, and that's all he needs. Danny O'Doherty just taunting Koslov on the receiving end of a beating by Ragnar. And Danny rightly saying there, I'm not going to touch you. I'm a fair man, says Danny. That bit I don't believe so much. Boris has got quite the challenge to overcome here if he wants to get to the next round. The semi-final round of the Ascent tournament. He's got to go through Ragnar. And right now, it looks like he's doing it. Even with a few links in the chain missing, that Russian wrecking ball is wrecking Ragnar. Oh, just the one. Just the one on Ragnar. Big shots to the gut. Those heavy hands of Ragnar. He's not a king of catch, but if he catches you, you're getting crowned. Across the ring goes Boris, and now that running forearm wipes out KOSLOV. Big scoop slam. Oh, full fat slam. Shades of Mark Henry. 2.5 only. Boris KOSLOV knows that he's been played in this match, but he is giving it everything he's got to make it to the semi-final round of the ASCENT tournament. Shot by Ragnar. Another scoop slam, maybe looking for a big ending, a face plant slam. Boris rolls out. Big chops, lighting up the chest of Ragnar. KOSLOV has had so much of his offense taken away from him with that arm tied behind his back. DDT! How did KOSLOV pull that off? Oh, 2.5 only. And KOSLOV fighting from underneath. He may have one arm, but it's his drinking arm that's free. And Ragnar may be about to get a taste of Russia's finest. Oh, Ragnar fights it out of Boris's hands. Oh, what's Ragnar thinking? Is Ragnar coming off the wagon? Oh my God! Sober no more! Oh no! Oh, Doherty! Just got vodka in the face! Stunner on Ragnar! And Boris has done it! He's had to fight the Miles Dynasty in a handicap match. He's had to fight Ragnar with one arm tied behind his back. Every obstacle O'Doherty has put in the way of KOSLOV. The Russian wrecking ball has persevered. And now he's in the semi-finals of the ASCENT tournament. A gutsy showing by Boris KOSLOV, like being trapped in a cage with a tiger. One arm tied behind his back against Ragnar. He manages to pull off the shocker and make it through to the semi-finals. Despite the best efforts of O'Doherty, Boris is just 2 matches away from becoming the winner of the Rise ASCENT tournament and getting a shot at the Rise World Championship. Oh, imagine the vodka party if Boris wins the ASCENT tournament. We'll be pissed for months.
In town. Oh boy, John, this match has everything resting on it. SAXON HUXLEY versus Boris in the semi-final of the ASCENT tournament. Now, I don't trust that you will do the job properly. I don't trust that you will call it down the middle. So I'm going to use my authority now, Santiago, and I'm going to be the special referee for this match between SAXON and Boris. I'll do your job now. Let's get SAXON and Boris out. 15-minute time limit, and if not, it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an ASCENT semi-final with a 15-minute time limit on it.
Right down the middle, I'll be calling it.
Yeah, right. This match is set for 1 fall. 1 submission. 1 knockout. 2 time limit. Can I please have the first combatant to the ring?
So Danny O'Doherty has really stacked the deck again against Boris Koslov. I was bad enough that Boris had to compete in a handicap match in the first round. It was bad enough that he had to go in a one-armed wrestling match against a monster like Ragnar, and now he has made himself the guest referee in the semi-final? Are you kidding me, Danny? And he's up against this man.
Introducing at this time, the muscle cat, SAXON HUXLEY.
In any normal circumstance, going up against SAXON HUXLEY would be a mountain to climb. That mountain just got a bit steeper and it got a bit rockier for the Russian Wrecking Ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first semi-finalist of the Rise ASCENT tournament, the Muscle Cat, SAXON HUXLEY. And now for his opponent.
It's the Russian Wrecking Ball that fought tooth and nail to swing here at the Temple of Boom once again. We're coming up to 1 year since Boris Koslov was cast out of Rise by Sober. He fought to earn the right to compete here again. But since earning his job back at Point at the Sign 2, he has had to jump through so many Sober hoops in order to stay in contention.
He will perform his tricks, and we shall proceed to the first semi-final of the evening.
A handicap match against the Miles Dynasty started Boris Kozlov's tournament this weekend. It was that match earlier on tonight with Ragnar with an arm tied behind his back that may have certainly left a few bumps and bruises on the body of Boris Koslov. And now, with O'Doherty as referee, and as much as I love Boris Koslov, I am the biggest fan you'll find of the Russian Wrecking Ball, but I have to believe that the odds are really stacked against him. Oh, SAXON HUXLEY, who, as I say, is a monster of a competitor in any normal circumstance. Tonight, he has been on his absolute best. Boris needs to be better, and Boris striking at SAXON HUXLEY. The Muscle Cat is down. He wants to keep him there. Steve Austin style running forearm smash by Koslov, and now a suplex. Looking to lift the big man up. Oh, and buried the knee deep into the chest of Koslov. SAXON HUXLEY, who has been away from Rise, now part of NXT UK, really making marks on the landscape in that organization on the WWE network every weeknight. Once a week, I should say. I'm sure if Huxley had his way, he'd be on every night of the week. We could very well see if SAXON HUXLEY goes all the way in this tournament. Imagine the Rise Championship turning up on the desk of Vince McMahon. Across the ring, and Huxley with a heavy clothesline. A battered and bruised Boris Koslov. Hasn't been a picnic for Saxon HUXLEY. Defeated Boy 2 last night. A game performance by Boy 2. Really had to fight to put away Enserico earlier as well. KOSLOV with a neck breaker, and here we go. And oh, this is what we're talking about. Danny O'Doherty in no rush to count that 3. Not even a rush to count the 1. Big suplex by KOSLOV, and again. Oh, that's not the fastest of counts I've heard. I feel for Boris KOSLOV. All Boris KOSLOV wants to do is compete here at Rise. He wants to walk out into the Rise ring, whether it's at the Temple of Boom, the Brudenell, whether it's in Borough, in Bradford, it doesn't matter. He wants to walk out and represent Rise. And all that's happening is Danny O'Doherty makes every single time Boris gets into a Rise ring, he makes his life hell. And now KOSLOV having to take time away, try and recuperate. He has been in wars tonight with Sober. Saxon HUXLEY doesn't care. HUXLEY, cheap shot, very nearly a low blow. I mean, if it was a low blow, it's not like O'Doherty would call it. O'Doherty just unsurprisingly being very laissez-faire when it comes to the Muscle Cat. Muscle Cat has felt this pressure before in the Rise Ascent tournament. He has been to the top of the mountain here at Rise as well, a former Rise champion. He's tasted that championship glory. Winning the Ascent tournament would let him taste it again. You've got, if you're working at bookies right now, you've got to believe that Saxon is the bookie's choice at this point in time. Oh, but Boris fighting against every odd thrown at him. Big shoulder block. Scoop and a slam. Boris KOSLOV going for it all. Cossack leg drop. Just wipes out HUXLEY. The cover. Oh, come on, Danny. O'Doherty with the slowest count. Unsurprisingly so. Oh, I think if Boris is going to beat HUXLEY, you're going to have to count to 300. Shoulder block and a miss for KOSLOV, who eats the canvas. Oh, Danny going to check on him. Yeah, because Danny's really going to do anything to help Boris in this match. Running power slam by the Muscle Cat. 2.5. Shades of Davey Boy Smith on that running power slam. Took the wind out of KOSLOV, but did not take the fight out of KOSLOV. Rise faithful coming alive for the Russian Wrecking Ball, who has been handed so many bad hands in this wrestling game of poker that is the Ascent tournament. Somehow Boris, if he can find a way into the finals of the Ascent tournament, you may as well call this the Moscow Miracle, because he's going to need one to get there. Firm headlock applied by Saxon HUXLEY, just draining the life from KOSLOV. KOSLOV going a shade of Russian red as the Muscle Cat cinches in. Boris pushes him off the ropes. Sleeper of his own. Felling the tree, the mighty tree that is the Muscle Cat. Or at least attempting to, and Boris putting all his body weight on the back of HUXLEY. Snapmare takes Boris off the back of Saxon. And once again returning to that headlock, and no, Boris turns it into a backdrop. And now Boris's opportunity. You've got to believe it now. It's 50-50. In a normal match, that would be the case. But this is a match with Danny O'Doherty refereeing. This is 60-40, maybe 70-30. The odds are not swinging in the favor of KOSLOV. Getting to his feet on the opposite side of the ring to HUXLEY. Here we go. Big running clothesline from Boris. Going back up for maybe a second attempt at that Russian missile. And it connects. And KOSLOV is firing up. Spine buster. Oh, come on, Danny. You have to believe that if this was Cowboy John officiating, you would have had a 3 on that pin. Exquisitely executed spinebuster by Boris KOSLOV. Rise Faithful couldn't have put it better. Couldn't have put it better myself. KOSLOV now winds up with HUXLEY. There's press by SAXON HUXLEY. Just wiping out KOSLOV now. Oh, these open-handed punches. Again, any other referee would be getting in there now to check the face, check the fists. But this is Danny O'Doherty we're talking about, who would sooner kick KOSLOV in the guts. Whoa! Not a kick in the guts, but a clothesline across the neck. Oh, and Danny, this is concerning. Danny O'Doherty been in a bad way over the last few weeks, possibly suffering a concussion. Up top, crucifix powerbomb. KOSLOV gets out of it. Big stunner. But there's no referee to make the count. Cowboy John's in there. Cowboy John's in. Oh, it's 2.5. Oh, now thank God for Cowboy John. Some lenient officiating now, maybe.
Look, I'm the referee in this match. I don't need you out here. I'm capable of doing this.
Oh, Danny's now reading Cowboy John the riot act. Doesn't want John to be any part of this match, despite the fact that Danny's hurt his leg. Meanwhile, Boris charges and gets hit with a boot by HUXLEY. Oh, are we going to see some White Russian noise? We certainly are. Oh, wait, it's Ragnar. Ragnar charges the ring, takes out Cowboy John. Oh, the official that was going to call it right down the middle. Just been sent through the middle of the ropes. And, oh, come on now. Danny O'Doherty with a low blow on Boris KOSLOV. Oh, come on.
Your winner, the Muscle Cat, SAXON HUXLEY.
Pardon the parlance, but Boris KOSLOV got jobbed out tonight. Danny O'Doherty had a master plan to get Boris KOSLOV out of the Rise Ascent tournament. Plan A failed with the Miles Dynasty. Plan B failed with Ragnar. Plan C was successful, and there he goes into the finals of the Ascent tournament. There goes SAXON HUXLEY. Oh, Boris KOSLOV. You've got to feel for KOSLOV, who took on every single obstacle that Sober threw his way.
You're out the tournament. You're never, ever going to get a shot at that Rise Championship as long as I'm in charge. And as long as Sober's around, I'm going to make your life. Do you hear me? As long as Sober's around, I'm going to make your life.
Good night, Danny! KOSLOV just hit the stunner on Danny, and oh no! Bit of the Russian water to wet your whistle, O'Doherty. You did such a great job refereeing. Have a drink on us. Oh wait.
Don't do it. You can have any match at Somerset. Just don't.
You heard them? Boris gets any match in Somerset, yeah?
Yes, any match you want. Just
Say to the camera.
Boris, any match in Somerset. Just please don't pour the vodka. Any match in Somerset. Boris can have it. Just don't pour that vodka down my throat, please. I beg you. I beg you. You can have any match.
Whoa!
Any match.
That's huge.
Thank you so much. He's a good man after all. He's a good man after all.
Hey, O'Doherty.
You're a good man.
Boris will see you for a fight at Somerset.
Oh my God!
One fucking year. Now, O'Doherty, Boris, it happened. You want to see it?
Making his way into the ring, representing Boris Command. This is Boy One.
What a moment for the boy wonder. Boy One. One half of Boys to Men. He has made it to the semi-finals of the Ascent tournament, and I tell you what, this tournament has thrown up some intriguing matches so far. This one, I am chomping at the bit to see. Sean Only and Boy One.
In charge of this semi-final Ascent tournament match.
If you know your Rise history, you know that it was Boy One who stood up to Sean Only. Boy One that was really the outspoken member of Boys to Men that got them free from the shackles of a very different Sean Only, and this is incredible to see. A handshake and a hug from Sean Only and Boy One. And what a moment this would be for Boy One if he can qualify for the finals of the Ascent tournament by beating his former mentor, Sean Only. Yeah, but anybody who's been following Rise for a long time will have first met Boys to Men when they were the lackeys of Sean Only. They've become so much more than that over the last 12 months, and it's been amazing to see Sean Only and Boy One and Boy Two reunite on several occasions. We've seen Sean Only come to the aid of Boys to Men in their wars with Sober on the last few occasions. Here at the Temple of Boom, here in Leeds, he was in their corner when they took on several members of Sober at the same time. And now look at these swift kicks to Sean Only. Backflip. Oh, if anybody knows the movements of Boy One, it's Sean Only. He flips Boy One to the outside, and oh, look at this. Boy One skinning the cat, Sean Only. He knows what's coming. Oh, these two know each other so well. Big jawbreaker across the rope from Boy One, springboards in. Maybe a trifecta of lariats coming. And Boy One is holding nothing back in this semi-final match. But you've got to believe that Sean Only has got a lot to prove as well. Only picks him up, oh, and flapjacks him straight into the center of the canvas. The respect is there between these two once again after a tumultuous 12 months here at Rise. But Sean Only, who once he saw the names in the semi-finals, he put it out there. He said, I respect Boy One, but I want to be the Rise World Champion. If I've got to beat Boy One, then I'll do it twice. Big kicks, and here it comes. That low drop kick. Sean Only is a master of those MMA style strikes. But Boy One manages just to get that shoulder off the ground almost instinctively. Whoever wins this match goes into a huge match against the Muscle Cat, SAXON HUXLEY. You know that Sean Only is keen to get a piece of the Muscle Cat. He's crossed paths with SAXON HUXLEY on several occasions in the history of Rise. But Boy One, you've got to believe he's got to try and not expend too much energy in this match. He's got to be as fresh as he can for the Muscle Cat. It's just 2.5. Sean Only almost looking shocked, as if to say, what have I got to do? He was thinking, maybe Sean Only, and I might be wrong, but maybe Sean Only underestimated Boy One a little bit. This has been a tough weekend for Boy One, some big competition that he has managed to overcome. Last caress could finish it. Oh, Boy One. Oh my God, the power of Boy One, lifting Sean Only. Looking for a wheelbarrow into a bulldog. The cover. It's just 2.5. Rise faithful cheering on Boy One. There we see that wheelbarrow bulldog by Boy One. Back to his feet, across the ring he goes. He's got the speed on Sean Only. If he can stay away from those strikes, this could be the night for Boy One. Second rope now. Oh, into an ace crusher. And Sean Only punches his ticket to the... No! 2.5. Sean Only burying his head in his hands. This is not the Boy One that Sean Only plucked from obscurity in 2017. This is a very new, very different, very hungry Boy One. Sean Only going back, maybe to a running power slam. Old school Sean Only here. Boy One counters with a DDT. Pulling from way underneath. Boy One scoots round and drives the head of Sean Only into the canvas. And now Boy One all the way to the heavens for a splash. No water in the Mersey. Sean Only back on his feet almost. Could be maybe looking for that last caress. If Boy One's head hits the canvas, this night is over. Sizes him up. That'll do it. An incredible. What? Boy One just kicked out the last caress. Are you kidding me? And Sean Only looks horrified. The move that won Sean Only the TNT Extreme Championship could not punch his ticket to the finals of the ASCENT tournament. What's Sean Only thinking? You see the cogs going. Maybe he's going for a second. And there's no way Boy One could survive a second. If his head hits that canvas a second time, the night is over for Boy One. Oh, Sean Only stopping. Oh, Boy One is desperate to get to his feet. Here comes Sean. Sean took too long. Roll up. Oh my God. 2.9. Sean Only, you almost saw like a trace of of doubt, a trace of remorse in the eyes of Sean Only. Oh wait, look at this, it's SAXON HUXLEY. Oh, HUXLEY, who's in the finals of the ASCENT tournament. Making his presence felt. Oh, Carl Barber telling him he's number one. Wait! It's a roll-up! Small package! Oh my God! Boy 1 is in the finals of the ASCENT tournament! Oh my God, what a turn-up! SAXON HUXLEY getting in the face and in the space of Sean Only. That's cost Sean Only the finals of the ASCENT tournament. And boy 1 is in the finals. Oh man, Sean Only. Sean Only's asking for the music to be cut.
You all saw that? That was fucking bullshit. But if there's one guy I'm happy to go to the final, it's this.
Oh, what a show of respect by Sean Only. All the love for boy 1 from Sean Only. A game performance by Sean Only. There'll be another day, but the story of this, boy 1, the sleeper in this ASCENT tournament. He's in the finals. The boy wonder has done it. The Social Order for Behaviour, Education and Rehabilitation. A thorn in the arse of the Rise faithful, known as Sober. They put paid to Boris KOSLOV's journey in the Rise ASCENT tournament. We saw B.A. Rose assaulting Big Lou Nixon during the Underground Fight Club earlier tonight. And now it's the turn of young Cindy in competition. Young Cindy's had a penchant for dark fruits and hanging out with Boys to Men as of late. She's very much on her last warning. She'll have no sunny delight if she goes near dark fruit again. Well, this is the match that was born out of last night's action here at the ASCENT tournament. It was Gemini and Miss Roxy going one-on-one, and young Cindy interjected herself into that match, forced the match to be thrown out completely. So we go again tonight. Slightly different arrangement this evening, though.
And now for the final combatant in this triple threat #1 contendership for the Rise Women's Championship.
Big love for the split-kicking, tea-drinking Spitfire of the Northeast. Little Miss Roxy coming down from Newcastle to the Temple of Boom last night in that #1 contenders match against Gemini that, as we saw earlier on, as a result of young Cindy, went to a no contest. We're going again tonight. Young Cindy is now in the match, and it's triple threat rules. Little Miss Roxy rocking the pigtails tonight. If Wendy's did punk rock, it would be Roxy on the burgers. And here we go. Triple threat action in the women's division here at Rise. Voodoo Queen Armara. Somewhere, no doubt in some weird swamp somewhere, watching on to see who is going to be next in line for a shot at her women's championship. It could very well be young Cindy. Down goes Roxy, down goes Cindy. These two back and forth. It's a quick 2 count, and Cindy, who is sober as a judge, we understand, according to Danny O'Doherty, has been nowhere near that dark fruit nonsense. Roxy, tea drinking, sober as you come. I think Gemini has no doubt drunk the blood of 4 of her enemies before she got here. The absolute powerhouse of the women's division. Just throwing Roxy, assisted by Cindy with that drop kick. 2.5. Gemini swinging for young Cindy. Big kicks. Slowing down Gemini. Ace crusher. Perfectly executed. Only a 2.5 though. For Gemini and Roxy, this has got to be a really tough bone of contention for them, because they should have had this match last night. Right now they should have known who was the #1 contender. This match was held off an extra night. Young Cindy's been added to it, which completely changes the equation. Oh, and you talk about changing the equation. Look at Gemini! Suplexing both young Cindy and Roxy at the same time. Absolute power. Controlling absolutely. Here at the Temple of Boom in Leeds. All 3 ladies back to their feet now. And here comes Roxy. Here comes Gemini charging across the ring. Taking out Roxy, taking out young Cindy. Oh, both in a bad part of town. Low cross body. Shades of Viper. Just a 2.5 as we get set for our finals in the Rise Ascent tournament still to come tonight. It's going to be the Muscle Cat, SAXON HUXLEY, who opened the tournament by defeating Boy 2. He meets Boy 1 in the final. Can the Muscle Cat take the belt to NXT UK? He will if he wins the tournament and then defeats the reigning Rise champion, Big Joe. It's 2.5. Or can the Boy Wonder score the biggest upset, the biggest win of his career, go all the way in this tournament? We are going to find out before we call time here at the Temple of Boom tonight. We'll also find out who is set to face Voodoo Queen Armara in the next few moments as Gemini and Roxy go back and forth. Double jawbreaker by Cindy. Oh, Cindy very much the fly in the ointment for Gemini and Roxy. Look at this, she's just, doesn't matter who gets the pin. Whoever wins this goes on to Somerset to face Voodoo Queen Armara for the Rise Women's Championship. On a night that we'll see Big Joe defend the Men's World Championship. And on a night where Boris KOSLOV gets his match against Danny O'Doherty. Stipulation still to be decided on that one, but you've got to believe that Boris has got some evil intentions for O'Doherty, just as Roxy did there. Russian leg sweep. Leg sweep DDT STO combo by all 3. This triumvirate of female contenders here at Rise. Gemini now countering the whip from Roxy. Oh, there's the split kick. That scorpion kick by Roxy. Defeat by Cindy. And now Gemini makes a run for it. Oh no, we've seen this before. Gemini with that devastating fisherman's DDT. Cindy dropped. Oh, come on. HT Drake. And now Ragnar getting in the face of Gemini. Wait, what's... HT Drake's just climbed into the ring. What's HT Drake thinking now? Cowboy John's on the outside. Oh, HT Drake caught between the devil and the deep blue sea here. Sizing up Cindy. Wait, what? Geordie Lungblower on young Cindy? What? Young Cindy just wiped out by HT Drake. Oh, what is this what I think it is? Are you kidding me? Oh, this was the plan all along, Roxy. Roxy's joined sober. Oh, you never trust a tea drinker. You never trust a tea drinker. Oh, young Cindy has been usurped in sober by Roxy. Thanks to HT Drake, Roxy, not only is she now a card-carrying member of sober, but she's the #1 contender for the Rise Women's Championship. Oh, and the Rise faithful letting her know what they think of her now.
Are we feeling SAXON HUXLEY for the win? What about Boy 1 for the win? Well, let's get this thing underway, eh? I would like to introduce first, from Hartlepool, the Divine Beast, the Messiah of the Matrix, the Psychedelic Samaritan,
at Somerset.
The finals of the ASCENT tournament shake down like this. On the left of our senior official, Cowboy John, you have SAXON HUXLEY, the muscle cat, born and raised in Hartlepool. 10 years of wrestling experience that has led him to a big money deal with the WWE as part of NXT UK. He is one match away from once again earning his place at the very top of Rise. Across the ring from him, we know him as Boy One. His name is Jack Eleanor. He's from Guiseley. He was brought into Rise as a lackey for Sean only. He was told he was too small. He didn't have the weight. He didn't have the skill. But that boy, that man, is in the fucking final of the Rise Ascent tournament. And he is one match away from the biggest night of his career. And the Rise faithful 100% behind boy number one. Huxley offers out a handshake. And here we go. Goosebumps upon goosebumps. The Ascent final. For SAXON HUXLEY, he has felt this pressure before. A former Rise champion, a former big match player here in Rise, once again a big match player here in Rise. He has felt this pressure before. This is the first time boy number one has been in the main event as a singles competitor here at Rise. He has had a breakout year. He had the longest run in the Rise Rumble. He came within inches of becoming the number one contender in the Road to Vegas Gauntlet at Point of the Sign 2. Tonight, there's no eliminations. There's no multi-man shenanigans. It is one-on-one. It is the will and the strength of Muscle Cat versus the will and the heart of Boy One. And it's early stages, SAXON HUXLEY. Huxley has kept it simple and effective, that backbreaker. And the Mystic Fists all over Boy One. To get to this point, it has been a rough weekend for Boy One. He has turned away some big challenges. In the opening round, he defeated former Ascent winner, present Believer. We thought that was the biggest upset of the night. He went on to defeat Dom Black, and he now stands one match away from winning the whole thing. Not discounting his victory over Sean Only in the semi-final. Muscle Cat, meanwhile, almost poetically, which is in keeping with the poetry mindset of SAXON HUXLEY, he defeated Boy 2 in the opening round. He turned away the challenge from Boris KOSLOV in the semi-finals. And he comes to be here, almost handpicked by Danny O'Doherty, to represent Sober in this tournament now. And Huxley has just dominated Boy One. If this is a power game, it belongs to Huxley. It has been all Muscle Cat and Boy One, whose body has been through the metaphorical mincer here at the Temple of Boom. But you know what? You cannot measure the heart of Boy One in inches, feet, pounds, or stone. And I believe that for every single time Boy One gets knocked down, as long as there is breath in his body, he will get back up. And Huxley is slow and methodical. It's been all Huxley in this ASCENT tournament final so far. You know what? This is a tough one to watch, but absolutely no shame in Boy One's performance in this tournament. 2019, win, lose or draw, has been the year that Boy One put himself not just on the map here at Rise, not just in the north of England, but on the British wrestling map. Rise Faithful, the tag team partner of Boy One in this one. Oh, look at this, Boy One. Quick to move. Big kick to Huxley. Boy One's got an opening. Oh, and he was looking for that jawbreaker over the rope, and Huxley, the muscle cat, muscled him in. And once again, just like that, Huxley takes over. Oh, and now ripping back on the small of the back of Boy One. That modified camel clutch. He may break the body before the spirit breaks. Saxon Huxley has just been an imposing figure. When we started this tournament, we could see light shining through these massive windows here at the Temple of Boom. The evening has descended and we may be seeing the lights going out in Boy One now. Oh, Boy One defiantly keeping that hand in the air, saying not right now, not today. Somehow, Boy One fighting his way out of this headlock. Untold strength of Boy One. Oh, and look at this muscle cat wrenching all the way back again. Boy One had to bite his way out. It was effective. Down goes Boy One. Low drop kick. May have stunned the muscle cat. Boy One bringing Saxon Huxley down to his size. Huxley swings and misses. Boy One doesn't. Wheelbarrow Bulldog. Huxley's down. Oh, and Boy One maybe about to ascend in the ASCENT tournament. Boy One goes to the top. Boy One nails the splash. And oh my God. Everybody here at the Temple of Boom thought that was it. That big splash from Boy One. And Huxley just getting that shoulder out. Boy One knows he just pulled out the biggest stop in his locker. Oh, there's no way Boy One can pick up Huxley. We've seen some feats of strength from this young man tonight, but there's no way. Oh, and the muscle cat quickly, as quick as a cat, turns this round. Military press dropped on the ropes. And the aggression of Saxon Huxley, who we believe really understated Boy One. Absolutely zero understatement now. That fall away slam may have just wiped out Boy One. And there you see Huxley. You see the wheels turning in his head. He was hoping that he would be back on his tour bus by now. #1 contendership contract in hand. That hasn't happened. Boy One getting to his vertical base on the other side of the ring as Huxley charges. Instinctively, Boy One getting out of the way. misses again. Boy one is ducking and dodging. And Huxley goes through the rope. This is Boy one's opportunity to take it all now. Boy one winding up on Huxley. Oh, look at this. These kicks going to wear down SAXON Huxley. Chopping down the mighty redwood of Hartlepool. And down he goes. Boy one may kick his way to the #1 contendership. Oh, and Huxley immediately changes the game. Wait, no. Boy one on his feet. Sizes up. Wait, oh, look at this. Boy one stands on the shoulders of giants. Wipes out Huxley with that DDT. And oh my God, 2.9. Boy one, a millisecond from punching his ticket to Somerset. Boy one now shrugging because he knows he's pulled out everything. What is he going to do? This inhuman feat of endurance from Boy one. Huxley back up to his feet. There is no way. The Boy one. Oh my God. Boy one picks up Huxley. Oh, Huxley just couldn't hold him long enough. Huxley back in control. Oh, Cowboy John in the wrong place. Very wrong place. Down goes Cowboy John. Roll up by Boy one. Oh, but Cowboy John's nowhere to be seen. Oh, devastating turn of events of Boy one as he eats a huge knee from SAXON Huxley. We've lost Cowboy John as the ref. Boy one is down and Huxley is very much up. Oh, what's Huxley reaching for here? Oh, he's got that book. He takes this book everywhere with him and he's sizing up. He's not good. Oh wait! Sean Only! Sean Only returns the favour from earlier on. Stop Sean Only from... Stop SAXON Huxley from cheating his way to victory. Boy one's got him up. Oh my God, Death Valley Driver. Down goes Huxley. And now Boy one sees his opportunity to ascend in the ASCENT tournament. Come on, Jack! Jack Eleanor, this is your moment! Boy one perched on the top. All the way to the top of the Temple of Boom! 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 Shake the room! And Boy one has done it! Boy one has defied the odds. Boy one has gone all the way in the Rise Ascent tournament. And Boy one is the 2019 ASCENT tournament winner. In 2 nights, Boy one has become the talk of British wrestling. begrudgingly, O'Doherty makes the announcement. Boy 1 has punched his ticket to Somerset, and Boy 1 will challenge for the Rise World Championship. Tonight, Boy 1 became the Boy Wonder here at the Temple of Boom.